Okay, let me start the class. So before that, I'd like to share my screen. Okay, but till now we have discussed the basic elements of formal language and automata, which is like language, then alphabets, then the other communities like string, okay, etc. etc. So today we are going to start another important topic, which is called deterministic finite automata, and which is called in short, which is called as a DFA. Before going to start the DFA, I would like to ask you, do you have any query regarding the previous topics we have discussed? কিবা বুজি পোৱাত অসুবিধা থকা কিবা topic আছিল নেকি? Anyone have any doubt in the previous classes, previous topics we have discussed? Anyone? Anyone have any doubt? Shashank, Ankumani,
Yes, sir.
আছে নে নাই?
Yes, sir.
Nine. Everything is clear. Okay, good. Then today we are going to start deterministic finite automata. So basically, what is deterministic finite automata? So as we discussed, automata means study of a machine. Finite means when we are study of a machine, there are some fixed number of steps. Suppose 5 steps, 10 steps, and in deterministic finite automata, it is clearly mentioned that these are the steps. These are the components you have to go through while you are study about a machine. It is not only about the number of steps. It is all about what are the numbers, or within these numbers what are the steps actually you have to go through. Okay. So let's start with the definition actually. And here for the definition of deterministic automata, there is a no specific one or two line definition. It is a definition where you have to explain some individual component. That means when you combine all the components then only you are able to identify, or you want to express what is DFA. So write one definition starting from finite automata, then we go for the deterministic part. Finite automata or finite automation. The process is called automation. Automata means study of a machine, and the process in which you are study the machine is called automation. Like suppose exam means the process of evaluation. Okay, and the process in which you are actually evaluating is called examination process. Similarly, finite automation, everyone write. Finite automation is called finite finite automation is called finite because because number of possible states number of possible states and number of letter number of possible states and number of letter in the alphabet are both finite. But finite and automation because number of letter in the alphabet are both finite, comma, and automation because the change of the state is totally governed by the input. Okay, now come to deterministic finite automata. Okay. Suppose let me give an example. Okay, suppose you want to travel. Okay, suppose from Guwahati you want to travel to Tezpur. For this communication, there are 2 to 3 possible steps you have to follow, or 2 to 3 possible ways using which you can reach Tezpur from Guwahati. A finite n automation. Automation because the sense of the state. Ankumani, can you hear me? After finite n, automation
Sir.
because the sense of the state, is totally governed by the input. Full stop. Governed by the input. Okay, is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's go back to the example. Suppose you want to travel from Guwahati to Tezpur, and for this you have 2 to 3 possible ways. You can go via train, you can go via bus, public transport, or you can go via your private transport. Suppose I skip the private transport one, private vehicle. Okay, then if you go by bus, suppose, okay, if you mentally prepare yourself that I'm going to Tezpur via bus, then for this there are some fixed steps you have to follow. From home or from where you live in Guwahati, you have to come out and have to reach Khanapara. From Khanapara, suppose you have to take bus. Suppose you want to go via Nagaon, then from Khanapara you will get bus. If you want to go via Mongoldoi, then suppose from Bokhisto Sariali, you will get the bus. So accordingly, you have to choose your route. But whatever the route is, or whatever the route you have selected, for each and every route, there are some finite number of steps. Okay, suppose you select uh, travel via Nagaon, you have to come to Khanapara, then you have to take the ticket or whatever it is, you have to get in the car or get in the bus, whatever it is, then you have to go, you will reach Nagaon, then you will reach Michon Sariali, then you will reach the Tezpur ASTC, suppose. That means whatever the route you have selected, there are possible routes, okay? For reaching Tezpur, there are so many routes, so many ways. But whatever the ways you have selected, once it is fixed that it is the route I am going to select, then you have to follow these steps. Okay. Once you finalize that I am going to Tezpur via Nagaon, and if you are waiting for traveler in Jalukbari, which is going to travel to Tezpur via Nagaon, you will not get the traveler from Jalukbari. That means from Jalukbari you will get bus, but route will change. That means if you have selected to travel via suppose Mongoldoi, then if you are waiting for the bus in Jalukbari, then only you will get the bus. Okay, that means deterministic finite automata is not about everything is automatic. It is not fully automatic. But once you finalize your process, once you initiate your process, everything is finalized that I am going to do this kind of work, then the steps are automatically executing. Like suppose your movement of your hand, it is not fixed, but whenever you start communicating, whenever you do some act, physical or verbal, whatever the act is, once you start do the execution, then automatically your hand, your feet, everything is automatically uh, in action. That means your movement of your hand is not fixed, but it is fixed depend on your activity. Similarly, what process you have adopted for a particular execution, once you finalize the process, the steps under this particular process is fixed and you have to execute these things. Okay, that's why it is known as a deterministic finite automata. Okay, right. No need to write actually. When you go through this PDF, you will get the definition. But just write one line why it is deterministic, but or what does it mean actually deterministic in simple terms. You write this is the definition. Okay, a formalism for defining language consists of, okay, these things. That means in deterministic we have some tuples, and this q, summation, these are five tuples. Epsilon naught, this everything, this is final state. Capital F mean final state, q naught mean initial step. That means from one step, from Khanapara you have to reach Tezpur. So in that case q naught is your initial state. That means Khanapara, q naught equal to Khanapara, f equal to Tezpur. These are the states. Okay, input alphabet, this is called transition function. Gradually we will familiar with each and individual, each and every tuples, and these are five tuples using which we can define a deterministic finite automata. Okay, you can write some lines actually. This not everything is not available in this PDF. To write some basic points about deterministic finite automata. Okay, right, DFA, deterministic finite automata. Okay, right, a deterministic finite automata is a quintuple. That means there are five tuples. M equal to capital Q comma summation comma transition function comma, wait, I am writing this set in your set box. And here this is Q naught. Okay, it is subscript, super not equal to Q naught, it will be subscript Q naught like this. But here it's not possible to write like this, that's why this comes like this. So Q naught, that means this is the set of deterministic finite automata. That means whenever you have to define a deterministic finite automata, you have to consider these 5 individual tuples using which you can define a deterministic finite automata. Suppose if you are traveling from Guwahati to Tezpur, what are the steps you have to follow? You can define by using these 5 tuples. That's why it is known as a quintuple. Quintuple. A deterministic finite automata is a quintuple which is m equal to this one. In the set box I have written this. Where now we have to identify that each tuple, the use of each tuple, and what is the use of each tuple, and for which purpose we need each and every tuple. You can write these things. That means this capital Q identify or highlight what are the finite set of states. Suppose Q0, it is the starting state, then from Q0 to Q1, Q2 dot 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 F. That means you have to reach. That means how many stoppages are there in between and Guwahati to Tezpur, suppose. What are the major stoppage? Like suppose from Khanapara, then Sonapur, suppose, then Jagirud, suppose, then Roha, then Nogao town, then suppose Koliabor, Amoni, then Purua Sariali, then Mission Sariali. That means you have a finite set of states. That means these are the states or these are the stoppages where your particular bus is going to stop or wait, or these are the stoppages where you can get down from the bus or you can take the bus. Like suppose in our university also there are some dedicated stoppages. So from downtown, then Soy Mile, then suppose Borbari, then Narengi, then suppose Bunda. Then there are some dedicated stoppages from where you can take the bus, or if you want, you can get down from the bus. Then this particular tuple identify the finite set of states. That these are the set of stages from starting from Q0. There may be one state, there may be two state, there may be three state, there may be n number of states. Okay, but the condition is that always there is a final state, initial state, and there is a final state. Okay, then next one is this tuple. This tuple highlight that what are the input symbols. Suppose in the previous we use these two input symbols. Suppose this one. These are the input symbols. What are the input symbols available under this particular DFA, or what are the input symbol we are going to use while we are defining this particular DFA. Sometimes we use zeros and 1, sometimes we use A and B, sometimes we use M and O, sometimes we use A, B, C. Okay, what are the input symbols or input alphabets we are going to use? Okay, next one is the transition function. Okay, transition function means it is the equation, because you have to jump from one state to another. If I am sitting or I am standing here without any force, either someone has to pull me or someone has to push me. Without any force, I am not going to move in a single inch. That means from Q0 you have to reach F. That means from starting state you have to reach the final state. That means there are some input, using which input or due to this input you are traversing from one state to another. And this particular function is going to highlight that this is the equation, these are the input functions, and these are the conditions using which this particular process will traverse from one step to another or one stage to another stage. Okay. Then Q naught is the final state. That is, in every DFA, the DFA starts from Q naught. That is the initial state or start state. And sometimes Q naught itself is the final state. You are starting from Q naught, you traverse a point and again reach Q naught. Then the initial and final state is same. In some cases, okay, but most of the cases there are some additional final state. That's why we have F to identify that this is the final state. Okay, that means these are the 5 tuples using which we are going to define a DFA. Okay, so when we are going to practically implement DFA, or when we are going to design a DFA, then it will be more clear. That means what are the actual uses of this 5 tuple? It will be more clear when we are actually using this tuple to design a DFA. Okay, let me check, is there any there? Suppose this one the graphical representation of a simple DFA. For what purpose we are designing this DFA, forget about this. But when you are going to design a DFA, this kind of symbols you have to use, and which is going to accept something to produce something. This DFA is for accept all strings without 2 consecutive ones. This is, in the previous class in language, we have an example of a language, the set of strings of zeros and ones with no 2 consecutive ones. Under language, we can determine like this, or we can define like this. But when we have to design a DFA for accepting this language, this is the DFA. And how we can justify this, we'll explain later. But see, this is the start. We indicate this is the start state. Okay, this is the another state, this is another state. Okay, and these are the intermediate step, and finally this DFA is going to accept a sequence of numbers under a particular condition, and the condition is this DFA accepting some strings which does not have 2 consecutive ones. Am I clear to all of you? Do you get any something about DFA? Okay, Jitul response, yes sir. Anyone else? See, it is very important one. You have to clear about this. Jitul, then next.
Sir,
Your audio is
hello.
not clear. Yes, Ankuman, yes.
Sir, states, finite set of states, সেইটো কি কি states হ'ব পাৰে?
No, hetu finite that's why I'm talking. So suppose finite set of states. Suppose tumaluke suppose we are using a university bus service, and I'm from downtown. I'm taking the bus. So in this case, what are the finite set of states? From downtown, this is the starting point. From downtown, the bus will stop in 6 mile, 6 mile for more passengers. Then again it will stop at Borbari for next set of passengers. Then again it will suppose stop at Narengi for another set of passengers. Then at the end, at the university campus, it will stop. That these are the final set of steps. That there are 5 or 6 steps this bus gone through to reach from downtown, that is the initial state, and to university, hospital to university, where hospital is the final start state and university is the final state. Am I clear, Ankumani?
Yes, sir.
That means the number of states is not fixed, because someone using bus, or some buses are come from the Jalukbari. Since the distance is big, that there may be a number of states are also high. In more stoppage, the bus will stop to get its passenger. So it's depend on the uh, requirement, or depend on the environment, that how many states are there in a particular execution. It is not fixed for all, but to define all these things, the 5 tuples we have discussed here, these are fixed. That means for some equation under this q, maybe there are 3 states. Under this alphabet there are 2 alphabets. Under this transition function there are 1 or 2 transition function. Okay, but for some other DFA, under this there are 5 or 6 states. There are 2 or 3 or 4 input symbols. Similarly, different transition functions. Okay, so everything is depend on the requirement, that what kind of execution we are going to do by using a specific DFA. Anyone else? Neha, then Prosenjit, Nikhil. Any doubt? Anyone? Prosenjit, no sir. Pradeep, see, it's not like that every day I'm going to explain everything. So suddenly I'm going to ask any one of you to explain some points. Okay, so be clear, be in touch with the topic. The topics are not very much difficult, but it requires your attention, your time. Initially it will be difficult, but once you are familiar with the topic, once you give your interest, your time to this topic, the topic will be very much simpler. Okay, so you have to give your time, and any day in any class I am asking any one of you to present something or give some explanation about a specific topics which are already discussed in my classes, in my previous classes, suppose. So be clear. Okay? Don't sit idle. Give your effort. Okay, no doubt. Okay, then I'll continue this topic in the next class. And one more thing, from first, second, and third, I have a seminar, 3 consecutive seminars. So maybe I'm not able to take tomorrow and day after tomorrow classes. If possible, if I can manage, I will take. Otherwise, instead of me, some other faculty, if possible, someone else will take the class. Or otherwise, I will take the tomorrow and day after tomorrow classes in the some other days. I will manage this. Okay, because the full day I have to do some webinars to the newly admitted students. I have some workshop with the newly admitted students. So maybe I will inform you, but don't waste the time. Utilize the time. If possible, I will definitely take the class, or otherwise, some other faculty will take the classes. Go to the topics, and in internet also you can go to DFA and search something about, try to explore the thing. Someone is unable to admit. If anyone is unable to admit in the class, anyone, someone is giving me a WhatsApp message. Schedule. Okay. Okay. I'll continue in the next class then. Thank you, everyone.